Hi all, Lodog here, as always, and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Vengeance 5. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Bit of a chill video again today, just looking at a game. Now, very quick bit of history. I've loved the Shin Megami Tensei series for a long time. Now, you've probably played the one that was a spin-off from this called Persona. Persona came out after, and it was based on the Shin Megami Tensei series. So if it wasn't for this series, you wouldn't have Persona, probably. Now, my love of Shin Megami Tensei started back in about 2012 when I started playing an MMO called Shin Megami Tensei Imagine MMO RPG. And unfortunately, it had been running years and I didn't know about it. And I kind of caught it at its tail end. It only had like a couple of years life left. I didn't know that at the time. So, what is Shin Megami Tensei? So, I played it, it closed down in 2014, like a couple of years later, which was sad. But, by the way, just a note, in 2022, so it closed down in 2014, 8 years later, 2022, some people tried to bring it back, like a reimagined kind of thingy, and Atlas, who owned the copyright to it, sued them like 8 years later. It's not like they cared. They've not brought it back or done anything with it, but copyright's copyright is what it is. Somebody tried to make a basically exact copy of it, and Atlas sued them. Anyway, let's show you what Shin Megami Tensei is, and you'll see why it's a lot like Persona. Or should I say, you'll see why Persona's a lot like Shin Megami Tensei. Let's get into it. Now, one of my favourite games is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, and but this is a new game. This one's just come out, so I'm just playing it now. Now, this guy here, called the Nahobino, he is like super powered. Now, he's actually a school kid who had a demon merge with him, and because a lot about just like in Persona, it's all about fusion and things like that, fusing monsters together. If you know what that is, I'll show you in a minute. So, and it kind of fuses with him and makes him really powerful. And I'll show you how they look separately in a minute. Now, what are we doing here? Well, we're going to do a fight, because I want to show you that too. If you wonder what that laughing is, it's these bears here. And that's what it is. Let me pick these up. So you can see all different monsters you can fight. Each one is its own fight. It's not like you jump in and fight these four and you're done. You can fight that one, then that one, then that one, then that one. Each one's its own fight. It's in a place where you just run around and they just all of a sudden pop up fights. You can actually see the enemy. Now, when you get to a certain level, they will actually, when they see you, they'll run off. See, that bear's just seen me. Oh no, it didn't. The dog did over there. Somebody did. Dog did. It ran off, you see. So if I run around like this bear sees me, look, the bear's going to run off. That's because I'm too high a level. The dogs. So you can actually know if you're getting too strong for an area because everything will run from you. Now, you can still run after it and hit it. If you hit it with your sword, then you'll start a fight anyway. So, Shin Megami Tensei, let's have a look at some of the characters I've got. So right now, there's me. I call myself Teningar, which is one I usually use just lately in games. These are characters I'm using right now. There's 200 and something characters in this that you can make. So this is where's the name again? Ame no Uzume. And now, obviously, she didn't start with these. She's been leveling up, and as she levels up, she gets stronger and new spells. And also, there's a way of putting spells onto them. Skills, not spells, skills, so that you can kind of mix and match and make exactly what you want. So, what's this mean? Well, this here is kind of the power that they hit with, if you wish. So, for example, this is physical, and she's -3. So if I gave her a physical skill, it would hit, but it would hit softly, because she's in the minus. So if somebody had a +3, and she had a -3, and they both hit something with the same power, and they both hit the same monster, let's say, the other one with +3 would do more damage because this just amps it up. Of course, things like magic down here, this matters as well because that magic increases your magic's power. But if we imagine that they are equal on everything, and then the attack on one's +3 and one's -3, the +3 would hit harder. So what you've got to do is you've got to match up to their strengths. So if you notice, Force skill -3, she's got no force, she's got no physical attacks, but her lightning skill's a +2, so she's got a Mazio, which it tells you down the bottom left corner here what Mazio does. Weak electric attack to all foes. Sometimes you've got to be careful, because when you attack an enemy, it won't be, if there's more than one enemy, because a fight, even though you only touch one enemy, it can actually open up to 3, 4, or 5 even, or more of an enemy that fight you. But they don't always have to be the same monster. I'll see if I can show you this very quickly. Let's say these. So these are scared of me as well. So as you can see, it's just him. So I'm going to hit him. Okay, so you see, even though I hit one of these, it brought in one of these. So it's random. It can be 3 of these, or 2 of these, or 1 of these, but it can also bring in others, which makes it a little bit harder, because then you've got to understand the weaknesses of different monsters. For instance, these don't like fire spells, and they don't like wind spells. These don't like light spells. So, for example, let's say I put a Rakunda, which, as you can see in the bottom left, lowers defense of one foe by 1 rank. That actually hurts a lot. 1 rank is decent. So we'll put it on him. So click on the gun and put it on him. That means he's now going to take a lot more damage, because I mean he's got quite big hit spells. Now he is weak to light spells. Now the thing about light spells is, light and dark spells have one main thing in common, and that is, if you look at the bottom left again where it says help, weak light attack to one foe, chance to insta-kill when striking a weakness. Now that means, if you look at these resistances here, you've got different levels of weakness. I'll explain this better in a minute, but if it's got an exclamation mark, that is a weakness, and that means you can get a critical on them. So if you get a critical on an enemy that is weak to light, which is this one here, then you can insta-kill them. Even if they had 10,000 hit points, you could and they've never been hit before, and this skill would hit with 30. If it crits, it'll insta-kill and take all 10,000 points. It's crazy. And the other one that does it is this, which is dark skills. These are physical, fire, ice, electricity, and wind. These don't insta-kill. Even if they hit a weakness, it just means that you'll get hit with, or you'll hit with, more damage. Whereas these, if they get a critical, can insta-kill. So you've got to be careful, because if your main guy has got a weakness to one of these, which mine did, he had a weakness to dark, and he got hit, and it critted, and it killed me instantly. And the skill was nowhere near strong enough to kill my man, but it killed him instantly because of it. So what I did was I got rid of, and not only did I get rid of the weaknesses, I gave him resistance to light and dark. So I've only got a weakness to lightning now, but I got rid of this. Now you can only do that with your main guy, where you can change his resistances. But I changed his resistances so these can't hurt him. He can't get insta-killed now. So that was the main thing. Right, and so this one, for example, if we look at this one doesn't like fire, and it doesn't like wind, like I said, but it's got resistances to most others, and it has no feeling about these. There's no advantage. Whatever damage you do from your character that hits them is what you do. There's no bonus to it, bonus damage. And then, as I said, he doesn't like light, and he doesn't like electricity. Now, you don't get this information straight away. There's different ways of getting this information. By fighting others of the same monster, you'll get them, or you can use something called a spyglass, which will give a full readout about them. So she's got a light skill, and it's called Harmor. Now, +2, what does +2 mean? Well, +2 means simply because in her light skill, she's got 2 on the potential, which means, of course, it increases its power and it increases its chance of hitting, etc. So you get bonuses when you work with the pluses, and you get debuffs kind of thing to the skills if you might work with the minuses. So you want to build your character to try and make sure that you go for where the pluses are and stay away from the minuses. Okay, so let's hit it with this light skill. Now he's got 338 hit points. These are his hit points. He's already been hit with this, which is going to take his defense down. You saw me hit with Rakunda with Teningar. So he's going to take more damage. And this exclamation mark means he is weak to this. Okay, so we're going to cast it, and it may kill him. Now I want you to look at the numbers and see what it hits with. Remember, he's got 338 to kill him. She hits him with 139. And it didn't kill him, but it could have insta-killed him. Now if that had insta-killed him, even though it only hit 139, he would have lost all 331 points. So this guy, he's got what's known as shock bound. So as we know, lightning doesn't hurt these, but it hurts him. And shock bound does 2 to 5 weak electric attacks on random enemies. So it'll split it up. Now usually if there's only one enemy, it'll only do like 2, 3 at most, usually. But when there's this, you could get 5 that's separated over them all. Let's use it and see what it looks like. And there you go. Now, we know he doesn't like wind and fire, which I haven't got. I haven't got a fire one here, so I can't cast fire at him. But I have got some that does wind. Now, if you wonder why he's on his knees, it's because he's nearly dead. When they're nearly dead, when the health bar goes red, they go into a weakened state. It can still be dangerous. It can still use his skills and everything. So don't think, haha, done. He can still kill you, but instead, it just means he ain't got much before he dies. So we can look to her skills, and we can say we'll use shockbound again because we'll hit him, do some damage, and it will kill him. So that was 4 hits. Each one twice, and then you can use anything to finish him off. It doesn't really matter. But what I want to show you is this skill called Aramasa. And watch this. It's quite cool. This. Oh, it didn't work on him because he's good against physical. So I'll show you in a minute with somebody else. So what I'll do is I'll take his. So I took his attack down there. So now he's got weakened attack and weakened defense. Not that it matters, because she's going to finish it. Fun as if not. And that's how basically battle works. That's a low level scale, obviously, because if there's a boss battle, it's a lot different. You've got to be aware of a lot more. Now, when you come here you can do lots of things. You can recover, for example, which will recover any missing hit points or stamina, or MP, sorry, HP or MP, and it'll bring you all back. You can just heal it, but I didn't lose anything, so it didn't really matter. Then you can save here. I don't know why they did this, because you can actually save by going into system here and save and load here. I'll take you through my characters and my monsters in a minute. But you can do a ley line crossing, which is basically a fast travel. When you open these blue circles up here, like this is on the first map, these blue circles, you can see them here. And if you open these blue circles up, like that one's flickering, and you can go through them. And you can teleport straight to them if you want to. I've finished this map. There's nothing left on it. Well, not really. And, so basically done. And that's how you can fast travel around map. Cadaver's Hollow is one of the first places you visit, and there's a little demon there, sat on his little pile of gold.
There he is. Hey, not bad.
Right, so he's lost a group of these Memen that he is looking for, and he can't leave this place, so he wants me to look for them. So while you're going around the map, they're all in hidden places, like behind rocks, up trees, on poles, everything. And you've got to find them and send them back to him. And it gives you a reward for every 5 you find. So I found 55, which I'm quite proud of. So let's see what I get. I get a Holy Talisman reward. And this tells you, allies of the Holy Race, so angels, things like that, can now use the Magatsui. Magatsui is like a super move. Skill Omegatoka hit. And they'll explain it here. The effect of that, accuracy and ailment efficacy of all allies is greatly raised by 1. So the accuracy is good, and the protection against ailments like poison and things like that and sleep are defended against. So that's
very nice.
Oh, I found 60. I found 5 more. Been a while since I've turned them in. So I get King Frost's essence. Essence, I'll have to explain essence another day if you want to see more. So King Frost essence anyway, that's what I got for
Counting on ya.
And then if I get 65, I don't know how many I've got right now, but if I get 65, then I get another reward. You can actually look what the rewards are. So at 65, I'll get ailment gem set, and I'll get feed talisman, and just so on, so on, so on, so on. And it shows how many there are. There's 200 memen through the whole game.
Need anything else?
Now from him, you can also buy things and sell things. Buy all sorts of medicines, other medicines for like, helping you out, healing in battle, things like that if you want to.
Say thanks.
You're welcome. And my money's up here, of course, so you can see what each one does. Amrita soda cures status ailments, again like sleep and things like that. They've got shards, so like a fire shard, ice shard, electric shard, it casts that element on the whole group of the enemy, all the enemies. So if there's 5 enemies and they don't like fire, then you just cast a fire shard. Only you can do it because this is an item, and only the main character can use items. Your demons can't, so you'd have to use it. So you'd use fire shard, and it would be a weak fire attack, but it hits all the enemies. So that's what they do. And then you get dampeners, which give you full protection against a element. So if you've got a boss that you're fighting, and he builds up his Magatsui skill, so he's going to cast this big hit, you can put a dampener on your entire team, so they won't take no damage from that element. So if you're fighting something with electric damage, an electrical damage boss, and they're going to use their Magatsui skill, it probably will kill at least one person, or maybe all your team, maybe a wipe. So it is good to have a dampener that you can cast, and you'll take no damage whatsoever. The spyglass, as I've said, you use that to find out all the information about a monster you've never met before. So if you haven't got any info on it, you can cast a spyglass and get a full rundown of just about everything it can do. I don't think it tells you hit points, but it tells you all their skills and what you can expect to take and things like that. Then you've got essences. I said I'll have a look at them later if you want to have a look, if you want to know more. So, but you can buy essences from him. They're not very good essences, but
need anything else?
And also you can sell. Now around the map there are vending machines, and vending machines give you what's known as relics. And these are relics, the crappy stuff that we've got in our everyday modern life now, like soda, cardboard, cat bottle, can of jelly, I don't know what the mouse mummy is, I don't know, but a simple undershirt. But the thing is, this is in a demon realm, so they don't have this stuff. So this guy will buy these things for you for money. So you can just tell him, like, I've got 29 sodas. That's going to give me 1,740. So, and he's happy.
Say thanks.
And he always says the same thing. That's what he says every time. He always says the same. So this is your main source of money early on in the game.
Say thanks.
They've balanced this game crazily good, so that if you fight 5 battles, all the money you make off of 5 battles, let's say you make, 1,000 every battle, so 5,000 in money, it'll cost you you'll end up paying 4,200 to get all your health back. It's very rare that you end up with a big profit. So doing these vending machines and making money here, early on especially, is the best way to do it. So you'll see them all over the map. There's lots of them. They're even marked on your map. Once you find them, not from start, but once you find them, they're even marked on your map, and you can just keep finding them. And if you look, I was like 20,000, and I'm going to be
Thanks.
over 40,000 by the time I'm done. So I basically double my money just selling that stuff off,
Say thanks.
and then we're done. And there you go.
Say thanks.
He is excitable, which is a good thing. And then, as I said, so you can sell your stuff and buy your stuff from him. And that's what you do on this place. So now
Taking
step
off?
out. Yes, I am. And then you've got World of Shadows, which I'll show you in a second, because that's more deeper. That's even deeper. And then you've got a Demon Haunt place. Like I say, you've got recovery to recover all your HP and MP and that. But a Demon Haunt is a new place. This isn't in Shin Megami Tensei usually. In fact, the original Shin Megami Tensei 5 didn't have this. When they brought out Vengeance, they put some new stuff in, and Demon Haunts was one of them, I believe, if I remember right. And so you go to a Demon Haunt, and it's like a little private area that you can have with your men, with your demons. All the demons you've got can be in the Demon Haunt, and if they've got like dots, they want to chat to you. And if they've got an exclamation mark, they've got something important to say. So if I go to this to Ame no Uzume, which we've seen, I may look to be faint-hearted, conventional Japanese beauty, but I assure you, I am most reliable. You can always count on me should you find yourself in a deal of trouble, which I do right now. I really do. Now she just wanted to talk and say that, but now if I come to him, who's got the exclamation mark, it will be different. Now, he barked, because of course it's a dog, but you will see some can, I won't say talk. They'll have like a simple English phrase. You'll see. So anyway, I have seen you do a lot of good things. You should be able to use my curse powers to do more good things. Now, he's got the utmost trust in me. That's because he's been with me a while. We've been through some battles together. So your affinity with the demons grows. You get closer to them as time goes on, and they will trust you. And then this means they get motivated, and they can give you things. They can give you good things. So he gets a stat increase. Now, if it's just a normal stat increase from being motivated, he'll get a couple of points. But a stat increase from being totally trustful of you, he gets even more. So this is his layout. And he's going to get 4 points added to agility. And what agility does is it makes it so you're harder to hit. And mainly it's like your dodge. So that's going to be good for him. Inagami's fire potential increased by 1. So in other words, his fire potential here, you can see it's gone green. He's going to get 1 point to his fire potential. And as we discussed, that will then put a 4 on these instead of a 3. This was fire breath plus 3, now it's plus 4. Which means it will hit a little bit harder and a little bit more accuracy, all that kind of stuff. So it will make a bit more damage for the enemy, especially them that are weak to fire. So that's good. And then he's going to get an agility increase of 4 points. And that's just because he had utmost trust in you, utmost faith in you. He gets the big boost. Now, when an enemy, when one of your demons levels up, it's possible they can open up a new skill. Now you've only got 5 slots. I think you can expand these, that's why there's more here. But right now I've only got 5. So you can look at what is going to open up. So this is Fatal Sword, and if you look in the bottom left again, medium physical attack to one foe, high chance of landing critical hits. So it's a medium hit and a crit on top of that. Now, is there any of these I don't want? Well, obviously I want to keep the fire. Scratch Dance is okay as well because it can hit multiple times. Mudo is okay because if it hits something that's weak to Mudo, it could do an insta-kill. And you've got Inspiring Leader, which it gets a bit more XP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Inspiring Leader, and Fatal Sword will jump here. See, now we have Fatal Sword in there, which is good. And now we've had us talk, and he's gone up. He just wants to have a normal chat now. I'm tired of Shikigami work. All I do is curses for other people. I'm going to live wild in the Netherworld. This is the Netherworld, by the way. There's a big story behind this. If you want to know the lore behind it, I can either tell it you or you can read it yourself, whatever. And it's like I said, the Persona series was based on this story, based on Shin Megami. But basically, what's happened is this: in Tokyo, and Tokyo was pulled into the Netherworld. And in this one, anyway, I'll explain. Tokyo was pulled into the Netherworld, and God created a new Tokyo, like instantly, with the same people, even though the original ones have been dragged into the netherworld and basically devoured by the demons. And this is kind of the netherworld, that old Tokyo, the original one that got pulled into the netherworld, kind of is where you're doing all your fighting. And yeah, the Tokyo in the normal world is the one that was recreated by God, and all the people in it were recreated too. But they never knew. They never knew they were recreated. So we're going to talk to this guy. He wants to say something important because he's got an exclamation mark. So he is a Copper Tengu. Can't sure what I'm really made of. So he's just motivated because I haven't known him as long. I haven't known him long enough. But he does get powered up. So he'll get a couple of points, you see. He's going to get a couple of points on vitality. Vitality is defense. It's your defense. So higher that is, less damage you take. And his vitality increased by 2, as we said. There you go. That's all it was with him. That's what a power up does. I'm getting dark. I should go home. So you don't need to talk to these people because they only want to chat. This is Mermaid, and she's saying she just wants to chat. Take care not to find yourself with your freedom. So I'll quickly show you through monsters I've got in a minute. This is a cool new thing that they put in this game. This wasn't in Shin Megami Tensei 5 or any other Shin Megami. You can actually ride these rails. It's like a power rail, and when you activate it, you like slide along it. It's like you can travel from one point to another. So the original one's just up there. You can see the red. So it basically brought me down here, so I don't have to run down. So there's a poltergeist. This country is so noisy around election time. I'm pretty awesome at banging and thumping around, but even there's a poltergeist, so I'm pretty awesome at banging and thumping around. So basically, that's what you do when you talk to your people, and that's what the demon hunt's for. And they'll tell you, you'll get a pop-up come up when one of your men or demons want to talk to you. Now the biggest thing on here, the world of shadows.
Welcome to the world of shadows, where demons gather.
So Sophia here lets you do a lot of things. For instance, you've got your demon compendium. Now this is cool, and this has always been in. So you can register monsters. These are my demons. So these are my demons. And I can register them all at one time. Now what that does is, it registers them into a kind of book, if you wish, as strong as they were at the time you registered them. So if one of my characters, one of my demons, was level 20 and I registered them, if then that I use that demon in a fusion, and that's it, it's gone, because when you fuse two demons together, they both swallowed up by the fusion. You can actually then go into the compendium and bring them back. So for example, I've got the original Ame no Zume is a level 22.
Now then.
I've already got one, sorry. It's a level 22 with very few skills and that. And if you want to bring her back, it tells you price tag. So to bring her back at level 22 is 8,967 money, right? But if I go to my custom, she's now level 26. She's gone 4 more levels up. And now she's got more skills. You see? This is showing you all differences from the original. The original didn't have Mazio, Bufu, Mabufu, and all these stats that she's got, and this, and she's got this. So all this comes together now, and instead of being costing 8,967, she now costs 12,044 if you want to buy her back. So you can use her in a fusion, which will kill her, but then you can buy her straight back out again and you've got her back. And you can do that with any monster, any demon. You can use it in a fusion, destroy it, and then bring it back. So that's why you register monsters. That's why it's always good to keep coming here and register your monsters, because it will take a snapshot of them when they were at that level or at their strongest, and then you can get them back out. Now, apotheosis is what I was telling you about when you can change essence. Now, I'll try and go through essence quickly. Essence basically means, let's say again, Ame no Uzume. Let's say there's a skill I don't like on it, right? Let's say I don't like Bufu, and I think it's not good, and it's not doing her any good, right? Because if you look, she hasn't got a proficiency, a potential with this. It's just nothing. There's no bonus. There's no plus or minus. So I might think, well, I'll take this off and give her a couple of healing skills because she's got +1. Or I might give her a couple of support skills because she's got +3. So what I can do is I can click on her, and then I can click on any of these, and I can look through what their essences are. So if I click on here, it will give me a new list of what I can have. So I can still have the ones that I had before. So I can still have, you know, the 3 that I had before, let's say. But whereas I had Bufu and Mabufu, I might get Lunge and Dustoma instead. Or I can go to a different one if they don't have what I want. So again, I can have the 3 I originally had, but instead of, because these are all their 5, so I can have the 3 I like, but then instead of having Mabufu, I can get a couple of healing ones because I'm a +1 on them. So you can literally go through and find what you want. So with the Poltergeist, for example, I have a Zanma skill. Now Zanma is -1 to him. Zanma is a Force skill, so he doesn't hit incredibly well with that Force skill. It will still do damage, but he doesn't hit hard. So I might think to myself, well, maybe there's a light skill. Oh, no, I don't like. There might be a support skill. I can get another support skill. Or even anything, even ones that have just not got any bonuses would be better than a minus. So I might want to change him. So we can pick one, let's say. No, sorry, we'll pick him again. So let's say I might pick, let's say, Kopatengu. And then I can have the ones I like. And instead of having Zanma and that, I might get Sukukaja, which is a support skill. And he's got a +2 on them. And Sukukaja raises accuracy evasion of 1 ally by 1 rank for 3 turns, and you can look at anything and take what they've got, and take until you've filled this up, and then you can kind of fuse it together, and you get them skills. So that's basically what Essence does. It's a bit deeper than that, but that's on a very basic level, and you can do that with anything. But your main guy, he has an extra one. When you go to affinities, when you go here. Sorry. If you look with these, they can only do skills. You don't get anything else. But with your main guy, you can do affinities. And that's how I changed these. These here. If you look as I go, you can see these here changing. Now, if it's a half shield, like this, that's a resistance. And you'll take some damage, but you'll take a lot lower damage. If it's a full shield, like this, you will completely nullify all damage. In fact, I can show it you better with this. So here we are. So it's a bit of a resistance for a half shield, complete negation of damage per null. You can drain it with that symbol if it's got that symbol. So like something that's made purely of ice will probably drain ice spells, which means it will actually heal them and not hurt them. And then you've got repel, which means it'll bounce the damage off them and back to you. So you've got to always keep an eye out for these affinities when fighting monsters. And it works for you too. You get the same affinities. So my main character, for example, I've got less damage. I take less damage, but I still take damage from these, but not a lot. But I haven't got a weakness to them. So as I said, I won't get insta-killed. Whereas some have got really a lot more than others. Like if you look at this for bad. Compendium. View compendium. I want the slime. Look at his. He's got no protection against anything, but he's weak against fire, ice, lightning, wind, and light. And of course, light could insta-kill him because he's got weakness to light. So he is absolutely screwed, and he's one of the earliest that you meet. Now, I could literally give myself, if I wanted to make things harder, I could give myself those affinities. I could literally, if I went down to him, look, I can literally give myself these if I wish, and then when I fight, I will have all these weaknesses. That's why I have the weaknesses I have now, because I actually took them off of somebody else. I think I took them off of like a bird. I think it was a bird. Is he still here? Surely he's still here. I think it was a bird guy. I think it was this one. It is, look. See, it shows them still. So that's the affinities. Just a weakness to electric, but then protection against them, and that's if you look, that's mine. So I took the resistances from that bird, and that's how this works. Now the fun thing, the absolute fun thing, demon fusion. Different types of demon fusion. You can do dyad fusion, which is just picking two demons from your party here and fusing them together. So I can click on her, and these are all in my party right now, and it tells you what you'll get if you actually fuse. Like if I fuse these two together, I'll get Berith. And so it's telling you what. Now, if you go to Dyad Compendium Fusion, what that means is it will also look in the compendium at all the monsters you've got, in demons you've got in the compendium. Because of course you've got a lot more demons in the compendium, because every time you meet a new demon, it goes into the compendium, even if you don't put it in yourself. So that's why you've got some low level, you'll have some low level, sorry, let me just come out. That's why you'll have some low levels in here, because like this, there's a level 12 pixie. I haven't had a pixie in my party for ages, so, but she's in there at level 12, and there's some I never used. Like I never used a Kate Sith. I never had one in my party, but I did fight them, I did beat them, and I did actually kind of get one in my party for like until I registered it, and then I took it out again. I used it in a fusion. So I never had a party where I had a Kate Sith that fought by my side. It was in my party for a short time because I needed one for a fusion, so I went and caught one, and then I went and fused it instantly. But it will still be in here as a possibility to fuse with. So if you go to Fusion Dyad Compendium now, it'll link. So if I say her again, now look at all the monsters I could do. Remember, if I only did Dyad and did her, I basically had just this list. How many is like 1, 2, 3? There's about 8, about 6, 7, 8, something like that. Whereas if I go to the compendium, now it's looking in the compendium, I can do all these, and some of them are a high level. I mean, I'm a level 30. I can't get that yet. You can't create demons that are higher than you are, higher level. They will not listen to you because you are weaker than them. And demons are like that. So you've got to be same level or higher before they'll listen to you. So these are all different ones that you can create by using her, and each one will have a difference. So if I click that, if I want to make this, it now give you a rundown. So I can use her and her. Now she's in my party. That's why here it says comp. Comp means compendium, which means it will take her in my party and one from the compendium and mix them together to get that. Now the reason there's a price here, 8,904, is because that is what the jack-o'-lantern is worth in the compendium. She doesn't have a price because she's already in my party, which is why this is free, because both of these are in my party. I'm not using the compendium, so it doesn't cost anything, but you will still lose both of these in the fusion. But if I want this, I can use the compendium. I've got to pay the price. So if I use 2 from the compendium, I can't do it in 2. But if I use 2 from the compendium, it could end up costing 12, 14, 16,000 if they both, because you've got to buy them both. So it can get very expensive if you're using the compendium. Now, then you get the other one you get is a reverse fusion, where you can look at the monsters that are out that you have ability to make. And you might think, I want to make a principality. And it'll tell you, well, you can make a principality by using a Cupatengu and a high pixie, and you'll get the principality. And these are only, by the way, this is from just the people in your party. This is just all. So this is what I can make, possibly, from every combination of people in my party. So if I want this one here, this big sheep, then it's these two. If I want this, then it's these two. And these are in my party. So if you go to the reverse, that's just reverse fusion, just like dyad fusion. But if you go to the reverse compendium fusion, now there's a lot more monsters you can do. Because this now is using the compendium as well, as we've seen. So if I want to make, I'm level 30, so I can't use any of them. So if I want to make this a lower, then it's showing me all the mixtures it's going to have to be to get it done, and some will be using the compendium. That's the usual rule. Whatever it costs to buy them is what you'll have to pay in the long run, and you can make one of these. So you can build what you want. If you have a couple you don't like I don't need mermaid. So let's say I go to Dyad Compendium Fusion and click on her. These are everything I can make. Now she is a level 19. Right? I can turn her into a level, let's say, 24 by mixing her with. I don't want to lose my high pixie, but I don't have to. I've got others. I could do a compendium here, compendium 1, and turn them into a level. It does affect level a little bit through miracles, which is something else I haven't explained. But there's so much to this game. So basically, it will cost you money, and you can go from having a 19 and a 12 to having a level 25 in your party. So let's do that, and I'll show you what a fusion looks like. Then we'll probably call it today, because this is quite long, this video. So here it is. You pick what skills you want to pass over to your new creation. Alright? Now she's going to have these naturally, this character. This isn't choosing from these two. This is choosing from this character, usually has these two. Now, there is one more thing I want to show you before I go any further. Sorry about this. I need check party. Now, the mermaid, she has a skill called Stormcaller Song. And if you look in the bottom left, it says unique. 3 to 6 weak ice attacks to random foes. Unique means it's unique to this character. So when you do a fusion, you cannot pass over unique skills. They will disappear. So she will disappear. But you can always buy another mermaid if you wanted actually one in your party. You can always buy one. So
return
it's no
when
problem.
you have.
Sorry about that. Let's go back. Oh, the shadow.
Welcome to the world.
Right, so I'll show you a fusion, then we'll leave it there. And if you want to hear more about this game or see some fighting, because I know that's been a lot of information, but if you want to actually see some me fight a boss, then we'll do that. I might even fight one boss just to do just for an outro type thing. So anyway, let's get this done first. So we'll reverse fusion. Is it reverse fusion we want? No, we're going to do Dyad fusion, and we're going to pick mermaid. And we can pick her, and we can pick, and let's take out, because it doesn't cost a lot of money, we'll take out this one here, and we'll use the bird with the mermaid, a 19 and an 11, and we get 25. And she'll keep these skills, so we can put skills in. See, we've got less choice of what skills to put in, so let's actually change that to a. Let's actually change that to a different one. Let's use Pixie. Oh, will that be? She looks like she's a healer because she's got big magic. So we'll use this. That's better. So she's going to have Zanma, she's got +2 on force. And she's going to have Tarunda, which I'm not sure what that is. Tarunda. Let's have a look. Lowers attack of one foe by 1 rank by 3 turns. Again, 1 rank is decent. And she has +2 on them. She's also got +3 for healing ones. So let's give her Dire. She'll have +3, which will make it so she heals even better. We'll give her. She hasn't really got anything for these, but Marin Karin kind of charms, which is good. So we'll give her that because and she's not got any. She's not got a bonus, but she hasn't got a debuff either. So it's meh. It might still charm. It might still work. Then we can give her Rakukaja, which is actually a good one. It raises defense of 1 ally by 1 rank. Now, later on, you will pick skills up that will do that to your whole team in one cast. But we'll bring that in. So this is what we're going to give her. Then we'll set them. And then you can press F to fuse, or just click it down here.
Is this demon to your liking?
And this is what you'll get. Let's let it do it. There she is.
I'm in your hands.
She said, I'm in your hands, okay? And this is what you get for her. Now, you get some... Now, this won't happen naturally. Normally, it just fuses as they were, but I get some bonuses because of miracles I use. I haven't explained miracles. Again, if you want to hear a more in-depth thing, I can. But she's got bonuses for a couple of miracles that I opened up. And we can see here, she's got the exact spells that we asked for. She's got this here, we can change. Now, this technique, oh yeah, she's going to go up a couple of levels. So she can have Recalm. And what Recalm does is, it'll revive one ally. And I'm not bothered about Marin Karin because it will only put in because I had space. So I'm actually going to click on that and it's going to say, are you sure you want to discard? It'll discard it and put Recalm there. If she's not going up another level, she has got other skills that will come in over time. And that's it, she's now with me. But that does open up another door because then you can go back to Demon Compendium Fusion and use her now. And you see now we're even higher. We can get a Dionysus for 44. We can get a Karutama Tengu for 39. So because she's a higher level, she's level 25, we now get access to even higher demons. Of course, they won't do as I say because I am lower level than them. But it shows. Like we've got a new one here called Attis. We can get him, and it just shows you. So on. You can build up, and you can find out. You know, I've never seen this guy. I haven't met this guy yet. But this is what he's got. So you can build up and build the demons you want till you've got a party that you're really happy with, and then you can use essences to make sure that they've got the.
You wish to know more.
And you can use essences to make sure they've got the skills you want them to have. So you can redo the skills. So you can have your favourite demons, build them up in the way you want them to have with the skills they've got, etc. It's really good. Now, let's quickly do one. Let's show you a fight. What one at bosses look like. In fact, I can show you bosses. No, let's actually show you. Let's actually take you to a boss. So you can actually do later on in the game. You can actually do like virtual reality fights within the game with bosses that you fought before. So if I go to this guy here.
Hey!
Would you like to take on bosses? Yeah, train. It's just a training mode, but you can die. If you actually die in training mode, it's game over. So if you need to escape, be ready, you know, because it's not good. Oh, I turned it down, I think. Yeah, right, 5 consecutive battles. You can fight, I think later on you can fight one at a time, I don't know. But for now, I can only fight consecutive. So, let's just explain it all. Original mode is where they'll just be their own strength. So here he is. So this is the Hydra. This is, I think it's Hydra. Or is it? What is it called? Hydra, yeah. So Hydra, as we know, has many heads, and this is what we're going to be fighting. It's only level 15 because this is what I fought it at originally, so it's going to die easy. But I just wanted to show you what the bosses can look like. So in a boss battle, you might say, take his defense down. Now you've got these pips here, these at the top, and they disappear as your men have a go. And when they've all gone, the enemy has its turn. Now, you can have a second row, basically. So if you know the weakness of the enemy, which in this case, it doesn't like frost, watch this when I use frost on him. So I'm going to use Bufu. And he's weak to that. And that lights up, but doesn't disappear. That means you get to spend that a second time. So whereas you only have 4 goes originally, you can turn it into 8 if each one of your people use a weakness against the enemy. Then you can go, so you can then have 2 goes. Your men can basically pass through twice. Now, I don't think he's got ice. He hasn't. In fact, I need to get rid of that Zanma because it's a -1. I didn't even mean to bring him in, to be honest with you, for this. But what's he like on this? He's only got ice, so he isn't bothered about. Let's save a bit of magic. We'll use this one. I mean, it did 110, so it's cool. She can use ice as well. This will light this up, create a weakness. So this gets lit up. Now, I'm going to use Aramasa. This is brilliant, this. Watch this.
Aramasa!
I like Aramasa. Really nice. So we're going to use Bufu again. I don't mind just doing it quickly like this. It's not no big deal. He'll have a go now. So he's just going to do normal hits. It doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, he's using his Magatsuhi. Now, Magatsuhi means it's souped up. A souped up attack. I have Magatsuhi too, which is this one called Critical. And what that does is all attacks become criticals for a full turn. Which means if you hit weaknesses, you can literally hit them with 8 all critical attacks on them. But he also is raised up his Magatsuhi, so he's going to do his super attack, which is like a big poison cloud, which does a lot of damage. It's not so bad now at 30, but at 15 when I fought him, it really hurts. But for now, we'll use this then. Let's just use that for a bit of fun.
It's time!
And we're flamed up 2 now. And then I'm going to hit him with my Aramasa again. And everyone's a crit, remember. So, and he's got lowered defense.
Aramasa!
And it will count as a weakness. So it's a special skill. Oh, no, he dropped his arms off, that's it. His arms come off first. Some of his heads. So now he's basically got just, all his heads fell off. He's just got one. But he's still going to use his Magatsuhi hit. Even though Aramasa is a physical attack, and he's not physical, because it's a unique attack, it did that. So now we're going to Mabufu. His health's coming down nice. He's going to hit 2. We're just going to do his younger again. So you can do Mabufu. Now you see, is it red numbers? So there you go, look. We did an actual full attack, all party, and now we can go through again because everyone used something it was weak against. So he literally will not survive to get to his to use his skill. That's it. That's how that works. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to show you the rest of this fight. Yes. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I'm just going to quickly show you how battles work. So, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to see more fights, if you want me to do this full run, because there is actually a hard boss after this one. A harder boss that's more my level. And if you want to see that, just let me know. But otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, consider leaving a like. And subscribe would be amazing if you've got a second to click it. And if you want to leave a comment and tell me if you want to see more of this, that would be great too. So until then, you take care and goodbye for now.